Hi, welcome back. Okay, the next step I'm going to talk about is the cutting guide and list of parts. Whether or not you have the laser cut shapes, you are going to have to deal with the list of parts and a cutting guide, and I want to show you how to use it. If you are using the KimberBell directions, in other words, if you didn't get the kit that I have, the fabric cutting diagrams are on page 7, okay? And since I have the kit, I'm going to set those aside because they gave me separate ones. And this was part of the reason I was confused in the beginning, because there was 2 sets of cutting, 2 lists. Okay, so the one that's specifically going with the kit that I got from Shabby Fabrics. It is put together by, I guess, Maywood Studios is the company that prints KimberBell's fabric. And so here we go. I'm going to open up my big fabric packet, and I save everything. So I will be setting that aside and opening up that little knot and saving that for something. Okay, so I'm just going to, here is the fabric cutting guide, and okay, I'm just going to start at the top. You can see the first one here is the black and white plaid. Okay, you can see that there's a total of 4 pieces. One of them is laser cut, which means I already have it in a baggie, and that leaves 3 left. The 3 that are left are all a 2.5 inch by 2.5 inch square. Okay, and they go in different places. We'll talk about that later, but for right now, there should be 1 piece of fabric that's 4 inches by 10 inches in my package, and I'm going to be cutting 3 2.5 inch by 2.5 inch squares. Hey, look at that. There's 3 2.5 inch squares on the polka dot also. Okay, so over here in my pile, take off this big piece of red polka dot, put that aside. Okay, right here on top, there's the polka dot, the black plaid, and then there's this green in the middle. Now, it's the same exact size. Black plaid. So it'll show you on your piece of black plaid that you need to cut out 3 2.5 inch squares, and you can see on the polka dot 3 2.5 inch squares, and hey, guess what? The green is exactly the same too. So that's probably why these 3 pieces are stacked the same size, stacked on top of each other. So for all 3, so guess what? I'm going to cut 3 of them together. Okay? So I'm going to start with that. Move this out of the way. Okay. I never used to use the mat and the rotary cutter. I didn't get it. I was like, what's the big deal? Just use your scissors. And you know what? I prefer to have it this way. There's a reason. When you use the rotary cutter, your fabric lays flat and you cut. Okay, my blade isn't down yet, so this isn't, it's protected, okay? You cut flat, your fabric lays flat. If I'm going to pretend with my fingers, pretend these are my scissors, when I go to cut, look at the fabric, it lifts off, and it's really hard to get it just so, and you're cutting it at an angle. So I finally invested in the rotary cutter and the mat, and you know, it's really not that much money. It comes with this ruler, and then there's different kinds of rotary cutters. I have both kinds. Since I'm cutting through 3 fabrics at once, I'm actually going to use my larger one. It has a safety. If you're wondering how it works, when you put the button down, this little edge is going to go down, revealing the sharp edge. Watch. Hold on. See how it went down? Now that's the sharp edge, okay? But for now, I'm not quite ready. Okay. So I need to, let's go back to my layout. It wants me to have the fabric that way and have 3 2.5 inch. Okay, so let's make sure these are all lined up nicely together. Another nice thing about the board is that, let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 inches wide and I need 2.5 inches. So I have a little bit of room to work with, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is I just want to give everything a nice straight edge. So I'm going to lay it down. You can use all the things on the mat and this to line everything up. Pop this down. I've lined up my ruler so that it's nice and straight. I put my hand in the middle. Don't move your hand if this slides, because you want to cut up against it, okay? So go slowly, and sometimes, and it's still attached there. Okay, now I have a nice clean edge, all three exactly the same. Okay, now I need to make sure I have 2.5 inches. 1, 2.5. 1, 2.5. Measure twice, cut once. Same for wood shop, same for everything. Okay, because once I cut it, that's it. If I met 1, 2.5, and you know what? Before I cut it, I'm just going to glance. 2.5 by 2.5. I'm just triple checking before I cut that that's exactly what I want. And then I count one more time just for the heck of it. 1, 2.5. Make sure it's all lined up straight. Push down. Don't move your hand while you cut because you'll slide it. I learned that the hard way, okay? And if you need to, you can put your pinky here to keep the thing from sliding, okay? So you get a good grip. Push down with this thing up against your ruler. I don't know why I'm getting a bump in the middle. Oh, that time it came off. Okay, so hopefully I have 1, 2.5 inch square. Whew. Okay, now I need 1, 2.5. Count again. 1, 2.5. Measure twice. I just move it out of the way and do it again. Some people just keep going, but I move it out of the way and realign it. I just don't trust myself. Get that out of the way. 1, 2.5. Count 1, 2.5. Count it again. Push down and up against it. Okay. There we go. There's 2. One more. Line up. 1, 2.5. Count again. 1, 2.5. Hold it down. Pinky keeps it from sliding so that it doesn't shift, because believe me, I've done it. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Look at these beautiful scraps. I am saving all of my scraps, okay?
How's it going?
And so then what I would do is go on here and highlight that I got those, highlight those, and then find the green one and highlight those, okay? Now, let's just look at, since I have the polka dot right on top. Border block, border block, border block, row 2, row 2, row 4. Okay, so get out all my Ziplocs. I have row 2. All right, get out row 2. Here it is. In my row 2 bag, I should have a border block bag. Find my border block. There it is, border blocks. And I need 2 polka dots. Okay, so in here you can see that for the polka dot it says they're all a border block, but 2 of them are in row 4, in row 2, excuse me, one of them's in row 4. So I'm going to take 2 of my polka dots. Okay, put them in border blocks, row 2. Okay, highlight that right now. Border block, row 2. I put 2 of those in. 1, 2. Now I need to take one of those polka dot ones and go to put all these away, back to row, put these row 2 away. Well, it's going to take time, people, to get organized, but this is what you need to do. Put that to the side for now. Find row 4. Take it out. Find border blocks. Row 4. Put it in. Okay, highlight. All my polka dots are in. So I can put a little check next to the polka dot material. Done. Okay, and then I would have to go through, put these away, stay organized. Okay, I don't know where the green is. I'm gonna flip through here and look for the green. Okay, well, while I have row 2 and row 4 out, I can put these in too. Okay, next for my, then I would take my plaid, find row 2 bag, border block. I just had that out. Row 2 border blocks. I only need one of those for the plaid, can go in there. Row 2 border blocks, and then I go ahead and highlight. Oh snap, I just noticed I need 4 plaid. Jeez, I hope my scraps are big enough. That should be a 2.5 inch square. Well, thank goodness it is. Whoo! Because I actually need 4 of the plaid. See why you save your scraps? Okay, so anyway, I'm going to stop the video here. I just wanted to do a quick one and show you how to start using the fabric cutting guide along with the diagram. Good luck. It's going to take me a while. I'll come back after a while. It might take me even a couple days because I'm just going to take my time. So good luck. If you have any questions, I guess ask me. I'll try to answer it because this is my first time doing a KimberBell. So good luck staying organized, everybody. Bye. Thanks for watching.